Hey y'all, welcome back to Simply Shardae, a channel for those looking to live life intentionally with their purpose, relationships, and life's adventures. It's been a while since we've had our last conversation, so today I want to talk about dreaming. We are dreaming all 2020, sis, so here are some steps on how to keep dreaming in 2020. So today, let's talk about dreaming. With that, I brought my vision board to have as some inspiration for today's conversation. Should I go down? I'll share what's on my board a little later. So step number 1 is to dig up your deepest desires. Sort of like the cliche when people ask you, what's something that you've always wanted to do? Or what's that thing that you know you could do for free and be happy doing it for the rest of your life? It could be anything in the world. You could want to own your own bakery, become the first entrepreneur in your family, win an Olympic medal, become a speaker, whatever. Figure out what your deepest desires are and bring them to the surface. My church told me about this quote by Vince Lombardi, and it says, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." And I thought that was a great quote to bring into today's conversation. So what does that mean? It means the higher you aim, the closer you become to reaching your greatest potential in life. So once we dig up our deepest desires and bring them to the surface where we're thinking about them, we're pondering on them, and we're ready to dream. Step number 2 is to think about, what do you see yourself doing with your desires, and who do you see yourself becoming with your desires? This is the time where you should think about the details of those deepest desires, as far as like, what do you want your home to look like? What kind of decorations, or how would you decorate it? How would you like your style to be upgraded? What kind of food do you want to eat every day? So once we dig up our desires, we have to think about what we can see ourselves doing with those desires and who we see ourselves becoming with those desires. Once we can think about that, it's time to write them down. Essentially what I did with my vision board, I didn't necessarily write it down. I cut and pasted it down for my 2020 goals. So step number 3 is to use your imagination. Oftentimes, we as adults, we get stuck on the reality of our situation, so that prevents us from being able to dream about the future or what our reality could become in the future. But with discipline, consistency, and God's direction, He can lead us to something way better than our dreams could. So let's do an exercise. I want you to think of a need that you have right now. The need could be wanting your student loans to be paid off, wanting new furniture for your first apartment, wanting a man before Valentine's Day, whatever. Now close your eyes and imagine your need being met to its fullest capability. The thing about God is, we have our version of what would be the most, or what would be the best dream in the world and the best way that it could be fulfilled. But He always outdoes our wildest dreams, y'all. Like, we could literally be dreaming of something and He'll bring us something that we couldn't even fathom having. Something that's in our minds impossible, but He just made it possible in our small reality of our human mind. So imagine having your needs fulfilled to your best capability. Now try enhancing that imagination. Let me try it. If you are able to fine-tune the details of your dreams and enhance them, then guess what you just did? You just dreamed. Let's incorporate dreaming into our 2020. Without dreams, there is no way that we can reach our greatest potential. It will be super hard for us to keep moving forward. Dreaming is that thing that adds flavor to life. It adds excitement and an interesting aspect that allows us to keep thinking about what life could be instead of focusing on what life is like in the present moment. So let's keep dreaming all 2020. Now it's time for me to explain my vision board. I'm not going to go into the exact details, but I'll share a brief summary of what's on my vision board. So I have my Shardae corner, which is basically things that I want to stay true to. One of the things I love to stay true to is my inner beauty and eating good. If the food is not good, I don't want it. Then I have my foundation corner, which is why it says Jesus is God and I have inner peace. Those are things that I can't live without. Then I have my Simply Shardae corner right here. And these are basically goals of me just trying to grow my Simply Shardae accounts. So thanks so much for joining in on the conversation about how to dream again. Happy New Year!